Hi, Tiffy and Bethy. Today I'm going to make a recipe for you guys. It is going to be something vegan and something that I put my own spin on, again. As long as you have the basics, do whatever you will with it. I've done this recipe a couple different times, so I hope that you guys like it. Today we are going to be making some eggplant and polenta meatballs. Got my jazz going, my cooking jazz. Gonna jazz it up in this kitchen. I recommend that you make the meatballs ahead of time, like the night before or first thing in the morning, because you do want it to sit in the fridge a couple hours. As I've already chopped up some onion, some small onion. I'm a little sensitive to onion and garlic. There's some garlic in here too. A little sensitive to it, so I try to keep it on the low side. Bethy, if you want to add like 15 billion onions to your thing, you do it up, baby. But I am going to peel my eggplant. Let's prep some of the other stuff. First, we have the egg, which is the binder for the whole meatball thing. Some people can get away with not putting egg in it, but honestly, it really makes everything stick together. So, in place of an egg, I'm going to be using 2 flax eggs. This is flaxseed. It's actually milled already, so it's pretty fine. About 1 to 2 tablespoons equals about an egg, so I'm just going to do 2 heaping tablespoons in a cup here. And then all you do is add the same amount of water. Just give it a little stir. And then just set this aside for like a minute or so, just so it makes kind of like a little paste. Okay, we're on boob cam. I heated a skillet, about medium-high heat. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil to the pan. Yo! Shh! My eggplant's kind of oxidizing a bit. I'm going to add my onions and garlic and a little bit of salt and pepper. We're going to add in our eggplant. And we're going to saute this for a couple minutes. Say it, now I'm filming.
Hi, Freely.
Jeez. Freely's not watching this, Dad. Ugh. Alright. To this, we're going to add a big, whopping handful of spinach and let that wilt down. This is what we have. I also added a little bit of cayenne pepper just to get it a little bit of the spice. Again, I'm not too big on the spice. You know, if you want to add more to this, different kinds of veggies, peppers, whatever you want to do, that's perfectly fine. I'm just doing it according to my personal taste. Okay, we've got it in the food processor. Once it cooled a little bit. And we're just going to keep pulsing this, and I'm going to add just a teeny bit of rice stream. Sticking with the vegan theme. Yeah, go vegan. Now we've got it just a little bit chunky, which is totally cool. Totally fine. Didn't want it to be completely smooth. If you do, just pulse it a few more times. And what we're going to do now is add our eggs. As you can see, it's kind of a paste now. This is the flaxseed that we had. I'm going to add that in. Bloop. I swear, it doesn't have a weird flavor. I mean, it's pretty much a very small seed, hardly has any flavor at all. You're not going to notice it. Then I'm going to add some panko breadcrumbs. Japanese breadcrumbs, absolutely flavorless. You know, there's nothing added here. Just crusty, flaky Japanese bread. And what I'm also going to add is some daya. which is a vegan cheese substitute. This is the mozzarella one. I like this brand a lot better because there's no soy. This is a tapioca flour based cheese. I'm just going to add a little bit of that in there, and we're going to mix it up. First time my mom made this, she found a recipe in the paper, thought it sounded good, and I've never really had eggplant before, so I was a little skeptical about having it. And the first time she made it, she goes, "Oh yeah, it's totally vegan." Well, I found out she used Italian-style breadcrumbs that had cheese in it. She used actual Parmesan cheese. She used actual eggs. So here I'm like thinking, oh great, this is awesome. So I've learned not to really trust my mom when she bakes something. And with clean hands, all you want to do is squish, squish, squish. Make yourself a little ball and add it to the sheet. Okay, these have been sitting in the fridge for a couple hours, so they're set. So we are going to stick them in about a 350 degree oven for maybe 20 minutes. Then we'll try to flip them so we can get all the sides browned nice, and maybe go for another 10-20 minutes. Now while we wait, we flip the meatballs so the other side can get a little crusty. While we wait, we are going to make polenta. Polenta is just basically coarse ground cornmeal, but it's delicious. And what we usually do, or how I learned to cook it, is 1 part polenta to 2 parts water. So I just added 2 cups of water in here, and what I'm going to do to make it a little more flavorful is I'm going to add some dried parsley flakes, and I'm going to add some garlic powder. And while I'm waiting for that water to come to a simmer on the stove, I'm just going to clean this romaine heart and use the leaves because they're going to make cute little troughs for our meatballs and polenta. Okay, we're back to boob cam, and I just want to show you how really simple and how fast this is. So we've got our water, and it's kind of simmering. It's getting there. Really, all you want the water is to be kind of simmering and warm. So this is what we're going to do. We're just going to dump everything in here. This is our 1 cup of polenta, and we're just going to stir it. And make sure you just keep on stirring it. Because see how it's starting to set already? It does not take long. Yeah, look at that. Ooh. I love polenta. Actually, I just tried it this year, and I was like, that's it. This stuff's delicious. Okay, I'm just gonna wet my hands a little bit. This is still kind of hot, so be careful. But I'm just gonna roll my polenta into a little ball. Yeah, baby. This is dinner. Put it in a nice little romaine lettuce boat, and it's freaking good. You could skip the romaine's optional. I wouldn't really call it a healthy dinner unless there was some kind of greens with it. But I like the little boat. Isn't it cute? Ooh, ooh. Next stop, my tummy. This. Oh man, that's good. I'm gonna eat my dinner. Bye. Oh my god. It was definitely like super booby at the end of this video. I'm all like, oh, this is so good. Ooh.